It's crazy how people still don't know what go away heat is. You can't have both. Like, I had these idiots telling me Sammy G has both. He has go away heat and real heat. No, he does not. It don't work that way, man. You can't have both. By your logic, Triple H had both. Hollywood Hogan had both. Andre the Giant had both. Rick Rude had both. Ric Flair had both, right? By your logic, Shawn Michaels had both. Bret Hart had both, right? Real heat and go away heat. No, I mean, you can't have both. It's either one or the other. By saying that, you are disrespecting all the heels from the past. I guess Goldust had go away heat and real heat, right? I'm saying, like, you are disrespecting all the heels from the past. Kurt Angle had both, right? Chris Jericho had both. No, it don't work that way. I mean, you can't have both. There's no such thing as both. It's either one or the other. Let me tell you what go away heat is. The definition of, let's just put it to bed. This is the definition of go away heat. If you are a bad guy on paper, but you are kind of annoying me, I really don't like how you are presented on television. You are boring. You don't have tons of charisma. You have no substance. Let's say you are getting beat up by a good guy, but I don't care though. It's like, yeah, you are a bad guy. I'm supposed to be happy that you are being beat up by a good guy, but I don't really care. It's like, it makes no difference whether I see you on TV getting your ass whooped or I don't see you at all. I don't care. It makes no difference. Let's end this segment already and let's move on to the next match. That's go away heat, where it's like, bro, I don't care what you say on the microphone. I don't care who you wrestle. I just don't want to see. I don't want to see. I don't care. I don't care if you go through a fiery table. I just really don't really care if I see you or not. That's go away heat, where it's like, you as a heel, you could say the most heinous shit, but I just really don't care what you say. I don't care if you get beat up by Hulk Hogan or Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't really care. It makes no difference. That is go away heat, where it's like, anything you do, I don't really care. It makes no difference to me. I just don't care about seeing you on my TV. I don't care if you are acting like a heel. It's like, bruh, you are pretty boring. I really don't care about what you're saying, about what you do. Okay, do you feel that way about MJF? It's like, too many people want to have their cake and eat it too. You can't have both. By your logic, MJF has both, right? Like I said, by your logic, MJF has go away heat then, right? You don't know what the fucking heel is anyway. Let me educate you on what a fucking heel is. MJF is a fucking heel. He is a real legit heel-seeking heel. He has real heat. You know, do you know what real heat is, man? CM Punk versus MJF. That's real heat. Where they had their first face-off, and before MJF grabbed the fucking microphone, the crowd was saying, holy shit, and this is awesome. That's heat right there. Because they know MJF is going to bring the heat to that feud. That's real heat-seeking shit. Do you know what real heat is? People pay their hard-earned money to see MJF cut promos. Hell, they pay money to not see him wrestle. Because he does not wrestle every week. He wrestles very rarely now. But people pay to see him to find out what he's going to do next. What will MJF have Wardlow do? People are paying to see that. He is a bad guy, right? Why are people paying money to see MJF put Wardlow through a goddamn gauntlet, knowing that he's a heel? You are paying to see this heel be an evil prick. That's heel heat. Legit. You care about what MJF is doing, don't you? Okay, by your logic, how come people are not paying to see Jinder Mahal? He's a bad guy. How come you don't care about Jinder Mahal versus Ricochet? How come you don't care? Dude, he's a bad guy, right? Jinder is a bad guy. He's a heel. How come every time he talks on a microphone, nobody wants to hear him? But when MJF talks on a microphone, we want to hear him. You know what a heel is? People are paying money to see the possibility, just the possibility of Wardlow putting his hands on MJF. People are paying money to see that. It don't matter about a match. People just want to see Wardlow get his hands on MJF. Do you care about Ricochet getting his hands on Jinder Mahal? Right? Now look, I have no problem with Jinder, but the majority of the fans do. In terms of they don't care about, they don't want to see him. It's like it gets to the point where they they cover their ears every time he talks. Like nobody cares about what he's saying. Like nobody remembers not one Jinder Mahal promo. You know why? His promos fall on deaf ears. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about what he has to say about Ricochet or this guy or that guy. Nobody cares about Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. Nobody cares about Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin. That's go away heat right there. Every guy that Jinder Mahal faces, how come the audience does not care? They don't care. This was when he was being pushed. This was back when he was being pushed like a top guy. The fans still didn't care because they find him boring. The fans do find him boring. It's like, yeah, he looks great, but when it comes to the substance, the charisma, the personality, the character, fans really don't really care about him like that. Even though he's a bad guy, which means The Rock can't get him over. Stone Cold can't get him over. Right? Who can get him over? Roman Reigns can't get him over. Been there, done that. Right? They had a match couple years back. Jinder Mahal versus Reigns. Nobody gave a shit about that feud or the match, to the point where they were throwing beach balls during their match. They were booing. Nobody cared about that match. That's what I'm trying to say. That's go away heat. Where it's like, bruh, they don't care if you facing Roman Reigns. They just don't want to see you. Okay? Please, there's a huge difference between go away heat and real heat. Huge difference. We want to see MJF. It don't matter if he's wrestling or he's talking in a promo or there's a segment or there's a storyline being told. People want to see him. People are paying their hard-earned money for the possibility of seeing MJF get his ass whooped. It's like people hate him so much, they are paying money to see him get his ass whooped. Can you say the same thing about Baron Corbin? Are people paying money to see Baron Corbin get his ass whooped by Drew McIntyre? That is an honest question. Is anybody in that audience paying money in the nosebleed sections, the front row? It don't matter. Are you paying money to see Baron Corbin get his ass whooped by Drew McIntyre? Did anybody care about that match at WrestleMania? Nobody cared about that match, man. In fact, people thought that match was a downgrade for Drew McIntyre. So how can you say you can have go away heat and real heat? You are just a fucking idiot. It's like, my God, like, so dumb to think that. It's like, bruh, you are disrespecting all the heel legends from the past. You can't have both. It's either one or the other. You can't be split. Split means, bruh, you have go away heat then. Go away heat will always dominate real heat. When it comes to the art, you can't have both, man. Both means the crowd is indifferent, meaning no fucking reaction. That's what I mean. For example, there was a time where Baron Corbin actually beat. Did you know the last person to beat Reigns in a match was actually Baron Corbin? A lot of y'all don't know that. That was Roman Reigns' last loss, was against Baron Corbin. What did that win do for Corbin? Nothing. Because the crowd gives him go away heat. Nobody cares about who he beats, who he faces. Dude, this is the same guy that had a segment with the fucking Rock on the debut of SmackDown on Fox. The Rock cut a promo, gave him a fucking rock bottom, people's elbow, everything. And yet, how come that didn't get Baron Corbin over as a top heel? The Rock cut a promo on him, gave him a fucking people's elbow, and still, how come the audience don't care about Baron Corbin years later, or even that year? Nobody cares. You see what I'm saying? When you have go away heat, it kind of trumps any guy you are facing. Even the fucking Rock, case in point. The Rock couldn't get him over. See what I'm saying? The Rock couldn't get his ass over. That's go away heat, where it's like, bro, it don't matter if you are facing a goddamn Warrior or Goldberg. It don't matter. It don't matter if your ass faces Sting. The crowd just don't want to see who you face. They don't care. Case in point, The Rock. Nobody cared about Baron Corbin being in the same rig as the fucking Rock. Nobody cared. Now look, I like Corbin, but I'm saying I'm talking for what the audience sees in him. The audience don't care if they see him or not. The audience cares about if they see MJF or not. The audience cares. Because they want to see him get his ass whooped. They care about that. Because he's a heat-seeking missile. For example, when he was King Corbin, dude, nobody cared about what he was doing, man. Like, nobody cared. In fact, every time he showed up on the screen, the fans was like, "Oh man, this guy again. Oh, man, I'm tired of seeing him." Do you hear those kind of whispers about MJF? No, you do not. Like, people were paying money to see Triple H get his ass whooped against The Rock, Taker, Kane, Kurt Angle, Jericho, Austin. People were paying money to see Test beat up Triple H. People were paying money to see that. People were paying money to see Triple H get his ass whooped. That's what a heel is. You can't have both. By that logic, you're saying nobody paid money to see Hollywood Hogan get his ass whooped. Right? When he first turned heel, everybody was throwing garbage into the ring because they were pissed off at him. You saying that's go away heat? Huh? When the fucking audience was throwing garbage at Hollywood Hogan when he first turned heel, you saying that was go away heat? No, that was real heat. That was making money kind of heat, which it did make money. People were tuning in every week to see Hollywood Hogan terrorize WCW. And they were waiting on who's going to be the guy to finally fight back. Who's going to be that guy to finally dethrone Hogan? Who was going to be that guy? That guy was fucking Sting. That guy was Lex Luger, Goldberg. That drew money, that drew ratings. That's what real heat is. Lex got that dude got the biggest pop of all time once he beat Hogan. I think it was on Nitro or somewhere, but he beat Hogan. He got a standing ovation, huge pop, huge fucking reaction. Because Lex Luger finally took down the evil heel Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan. Because Hogan had real heat with that audience. They didn't like him. They finally want to see Hogan get dethroned. That's real heat right there, man. Like for example, Becky Lynch. Now, right now, currently, she is like borderline right now, man. I think she has go away heat right now. Nobody cares about what she has to say right now, right? Nobody cares who she's facing. Nobody cares what promo she cuts. Nobody cares right now. Nobody cares to see her. Based on her current character, nobody really cares about her. Nobody really cares about what she says, what she does, what kind of heel tactic she does. Nobody cares about Becky Lynch right now at the current moment, which means she has go away heat. It's like, yeah, she put over Bianca, but I mean, nobody really cares in hindsight. Nobody cares about Lynch right now at the current moment. Nobody cares about her right now. People don't care if she gets her ass whooped or not. That's go away heat. When nobody really cares to see you at the current moment. Seth Rollins, for example, a couple years back, he had real legit go away heat. After he made those comments on Twitter about the Smarks all-time favorite wrestler, which is Will Ospreay. Right, he made those comments. Right, after that he had go away heat when it comes to the fucking Smarks. He had huge go away heat when it comes to the fucking smart marks. Because the fans felt like, oh, Seth, he's cocky, he's arrogant, he thinks he's this, he's that. He's supposed to be a face champion. Why is he's like all this shit about Will Ospreay? Right. So after that, he had heat, go away heat, to the point where he had no choice but to turn heel. But after he turned heel, the crowd still didn't care about him. The crowd still wanted him to go away. It took Seth 3 years to finally get his heat back. For the past 3 years, he had go away heat. Before he had his match against Edge, nobody gave a fuck about Seth Rollins. When he was facing Rey Mysterio, Cesaro, nobody cared about him. But once Edge got with him, that's when Seth Rollins got better. Edge rejuvenated the career of Seth Rollins. Because before that, nobody cared about Seth. Nobody cared about him. People didn't care about seeing him on TV. They didn't care about him and Buddy Murphy, him and Ray, him versus Drew McIntyre. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about Seth versus Kevin Owens. Nobody cared about anything Seth was doing, even though he was a heel. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about seeing him. He had no heat. It was just go away heat. Every heel thing he did, nobody cared. Am I wrong? This is the same guy that took out the eye of Aleister Black. The same guy who took out the eye of Rey Mysterio, and yet still nobody cared, man. Nobody cared. That still didn't get him no real heat. Because people will still remember what he said on social media, which gave him real legit go away heat. Nobody cared about what he was doing. It took Seth 3 years, man, to really get back to where he is right now. It took a long time, especially during the pandemic. Nobody gave two shits about Seth Rollins. In fact, people wanted him to go on a vacation. That's called go away heat. Like, bruh, we don't care who you face. We don't care who you take. We don't care about you right now. For example, Roman fucking Reigns. He might be the poster boy of the difference between go away heat and real heat. He is the poster boy now. Because when he was the big dog, he has some of the biggest go away heat of all time. How the hell you gonna boo a goddamn face who's a top guy of the company, yet the crowd was booing him? Even though he was a face, the crowd was booing him. He knows it. Past 6, 5, 7 years, the crowd was fucking booing him out the building. Especially when he beat Taker. The moment he beat the goddamn Undertaker, boy, he was a bullseye. He was a target. He was a huge target. It's like Roman has so much go away heat. That dude, he put over fucking Braun Strowman. He turned Braun Strowman to a damn face. Let that sink in. How you gonna be a face, but you kind of turn your... That's how much people don't want to see you. Braun Strowman was never meant to be a face. He was always meant to be a heel. That's how much people did not like Roman Reigns. They didn't want to see him. It's like once The Rock helped him out at the Royal Rumble, it's like he got booed. Dude, he was a top guy of the company, yet he was getting booed every week, every year. Nobody cared about him. Nobody wanted to see him. Dudes were saying, oh, Dean is better. Rollins is better than Reigns. People hated Roman Reigns. And then once he went away during the pandemic, once he turned heel and got himself a great character, that's when the crowd start seeing how good he is. Now, Roman might be the most over guy in a goddamn company. Every time we see SmackDown, you see all these shirts of Roman. Everybody is wearing Roman Reigns shirts. Because he finally changed his character, but here's the thing. He actually went away. That's different. He went away. If Roman never went away, this heel turn wouldn't be as good as it is now. He had to go away to make people miss him. Once people missed him, that was the great opportunity to turn heel. To give fans a damn curveball, which he did. But before that, he had huge go away heat. Huge go away heat, man. It's like, who else? Carmella. She has go away heat. Nobody cares about what she does. Lacey Evans. She has go away heat. Nobody cares about what she does. Who else? Cody Rhodes. When Cody Rhodes was in AEW, he had huge go away heat. Hence why he's in the WWE. It's like people say, oh, he left because he wanted puck money. No, he did not. Cody Rhodes never said that's why he left. Cody said he had no more upside. And he felt like his time was up there. Based on the fans and his spot on the card and his future. The fact that he was never allowed to challenge for the world title ever again. So he had no more upside. He didn't want to be a 15-time TNT champion. But the point is, he had huge go away heat in AEW. It didn't matter what he did. It didn't matter if he went through it didn't matter if he went through thumbtacks or a table that had fire on it. This dude was damn near killing himself to get a reaction from the audience because they were booing him. He was trying to win them over every week, but it didn't matter. That's why he's gone. He had huge go away heat. He was a face getting reactions like the old Roman Reigns. So why the fuck would he stay? A company that he helped build, now they're booing him? Why the fuck would he stay? That's fucking stupid. He had zero to do with Punk and Moxley. Because there's no way in hell the WWE is paying him money like CM Punk money. There's no way in hell the WWE is paying him CM Punk money. Hell no. So why the hell would he leave? Yeah, he's probably being paid more, but not by much. So get the fuck out of here with that shit. But he had go away heat in AW. That's why he's gone. Why the hell would he bust his ass for coming for the next 4 years to always get booed? Everything he does, he gets booed. Why the fuck would he fucking stay? That means he has no upside. That means the fans will never see him the same ever again. So he had to get a clean, fresh start. That's why he's gone. Who else? The Rock. The Rock back in when The Rock was a rookie. The Rock got booed. He had go away heat. Nobody want to see his ass either. But then he actually went away. For like what, 4 months, 6 months, he actually went away. Then he repackaged himself as a new character, as a heel. Then the fans saw how good he was, how talented he was. But before that, he had huge go away heat. Like I said, you can't have both. For example, the Bucks, the Young Bucks. They got huge go away heat. Nobody cares about those guys right now. Seriously, nobody cares about them. Nobody cares who they face. In fact, I watched the match between the Briscoes and FCR. The Bucks made an appearance during that match. And the crowd, they were booing them, but it was those kind of boos was like, oh man, damn man, these guys are here. My God, go away. We don't need you here. It was that kind of booing. It was the booing like, bruh, get out of here, bro. We don't want to see you here, man. It's like, bro, we don't like you. Please go away. The Young Bucks got go away heat. That ain't real heat. That's go away. Like, bro, we don't want to see you. Go back and watch that match. Like, bro, nobody cared about them. Just like, seriously. People were like, oh, man, these dudes, like, fuck, man. Like, bro, go away, man. We want to see you here. Damn, this was a great match. Why are you here? That's go away heat. Who else had go, what's the name? Cass. Big Cass. He had go away heat during his last run in the WWE. He had huge go away heat. Nobody cared about what he said or did. Nobody cared because people felt like he was boring without Enzo. So naturally, people did not want to see him. Nobody cared about who he's facing. Dude, his last feud was against Daniel Bryan, a top guy, yet nobody cared about that feud. See what I'm saying? When you have go away heat, it can bring down your opponent who has real heat. It can take down that opponent, which it did. Nobody cared about Big Cass versus Daniel Bryan. Nobody cared. The fans wanted to see Enzo, not him. Who else? What's that? Aries. Fucking Austin Aries had go away heat. Nobody cares about him either. Nobody cares about Austin Aries. Okay? People don't like him. It don't matter if he turns face or heel, he has huge go away heat. But how you overcome it, you have to go away for a while. Like The Rock, Roman Reigns did. You gotta go away for a while. Learn a new hold or something. You gotta go away for a while. You gotta go away. Make the fans miss you. Once you go away for a while, have the fans miss you, that's when you change your character. Sammy G, he's done. Okay? He's on TV too much. Which means, bruh, it don't matter if you're a face or a heel, we don't want to see you. Because you are here every week. How the hell we gonna change our perception of you if you're always here in our face? He has huge go away heat, which means, bro, you gotta go away for a while. Go away, learn a new hold, and come back with a brand new character. Don't just show up every week. Because how the hell we gonna miss you if you don't go away? Go away, change your character, then you will be over again. But right now, he's done. This dude, he has that Cody heat. Okay? He has that AEW Cody heat. In fact, he's the new Cody Rhodes of AEW. That's it. I'm done.